afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, your Lord and Master, God, Emperor of Mankind, off here to a 1 vs 1 on Lost Glider, where the glider is truly well and lost. In the north, it's Jove fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth, the 1st Canadian Infantry Division. Is it Armoured Division? Might be Armoured. With Royal Engineer, Mobile Assault, and Tactical Support with Triple Infantry Invest in the south, it's Kimbo fighting for the Oberkommandist, Germany, Deutschland. The 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend. Double section start there for Jove. Double focus there for Kimbo as the Sturmpani is right ahead. We got Special Operations immediately chosen for Kimbo, opening up for grenade assaults. Radio silence, if he ever uses it, will cause most likely Command Panthers. Sandbags down here, 3rd section on the way there for Jove. Pressing pretty hard on the section button there. Very understandable. Section wing eastward. See how the section wing eastward there. So Kimbo here might have surprised Jove by quickly striking for the jugular here by the copper. And note the way the path here Kimbo's taking. He's taking a very long route. He's taking a very sort of deep flanking path. It's a very interesting path. I mean, most then apparently goes the other way around. Not entirely sure what he's planning here, but the basics of this though is basically some players like to just only take short paths because it's easier. But some of the best flanks usually tend to involve taking quite a detour to surprise your opponent with an angle they do not anticipate. And oh, this is really sneaky, by the way. He's basically waiting here to ambush a section wing out there from here. This is a really interesting move by Kimbo. It's really sneaky, and versus a lesser player could impossibly just freak them out because who does that? It's right next to the base. And again, some players can absolutely lose their stuff. Now, he just caught. There's an ambush is spotted here by Vigilant Jove, quickly pushing back the Sturmpanzers. But again, had it worked, that would have been huge there for Kimbo in the early game. Instead, it didn't quite pan out, so that's good for Jove. Still, he's trying to bait them into range of the Sturmpanzers or effective range, so he can just quickly rush them down. A bit tricky here, but you can see the other section running in there. So Kimbo's little sneak assault here in the early game rather has failed to materialise for assault he wants. And then rare move, we see a British player actually going for the Vickers. I mean, overall, most British players, like a lot of German Wehrmacht players, tend not actually go for a lot of machine guns. In fact, they tend to go even less for them. They might go for one machine gun, where Germans actually go for one machine gun. Usually, British players may never even go for one, but usually they will stay to one machine gun. Why is that, you may wonder? Well, it's basically they're not very good defensive machine guns. You might like to say Dane, but Dane, they're totally great machine guns. They can lock down vast swaths of area, and then what happens when they get flanked? They're useless. And that's actually a pretty, undefensive thing. They actually need to be better than, compared with a Maxima Dishka or a, 50 caliber, much better defensive machine guns. The Vickers and the MG42 kind of suffer that from the bit where, again, technically, they should on paper be good defensive machine guns, but they're not because they just can't react very well. So that rather, shall we say, limits what they can do in that sense and highlights why so few players tend to go for them. It's just not very good for what it's supposed to do. And he's got Force versus section here. Push back from the centre as well. Kimbo then certainly a bit struggling there. We've got a trial way there for Kimbo. Vickers machine being hauled westwards here. Grabbing the fuel point there. Jove is striking hard here. And certainly again, these sort of more aggressive maneuvers is kind of where the Vickers, excels because they can quickly move up, lock down an area, allowing your troops to operate better within said area. So, and of course, stuffing into houses where at least part of its H1 mobility is acting negated is also where you usually see a Wehrmacht player stuff their MG42 inside a building. So again, that would certainly be my great big answer, I think, increasingly to why most Wehrmacht and British players actually don't go for a lot of machine guns a lot of the time. Just not very good for what they're supposed to do within the faction, which again, both are pen-desk defensive factions, but the reality is in most cases you actually have to play them very aggressively. Particularly if you want to use the machine guns uselessly. Anyway, once they're routed, good push there by Jove. Again, he's going in hard here versus Kimbo. Kimbo's got more troops on the way. He's also got a truck down the way. The way he's playing around, that might have been a rally point. Yup, that's a rally point there. He hasn't realised it. His truck is running ahead. They're following the rally point. Now he has to try and get it out of there. Is there something else going on with Kimbo here? Okay, apparently Kimbo is playing 3D chess here with the truck. Yup, he's using attack to try and disrupt Jove as he makes a big counter push. He's using the truck to completely ruin Jove's defenses. This is definitely thinking outside of the box. In fact, I think Kimbo has never laid his eyes on the box when looking at this maneuver. He doesn't know what the box is. Anyway, samples on the way there for Jove, for the British. Machine gun there's going to be able to do some damage. Obviously not going to stop it. Unless Kimbo parks it right in front of it. So what's he doing here? I think he's using it to draw fire away, allowing the infantry to get close here. and popping an incendiary grenade, except he ends up blocking it with his own. But yeah, I think that's the case here. He's basically using the truck as bait in a highly unusual maneuver, completely disrupting Jove's defenses, as all of a sudden there's a big truck occupying his line of fire. Also, Kimbo's grabbing both fuel pods. They've got mobile assault here for Jove, so mobile assault versus special operations. Vic is there trying to set up with his truck, and here again you can see there it's slow setup and pickup time. Rather means again in sort of any sort of slightly fast situation you have to just immediately retreat because it just can't react. Again, kind of sort of to I think degree to see why most British players don't bother with the Vickers, and similarly why most Wehrmacht players never bother more than one MG42, because they sort of suffer from the same flaw, which is once things get remotely dicey, you just have to press retreat or you're going to just hand your opponent a machine gun. Again, these are offensive-minded machine guns in defensive factions, which again, as always, just doesn't quite make sense to me. But there you go. Mines down here for Kimbo. Again, he's really pushing hard against Jove. He's looking for the fuel control. And we got a very advanced mechanized regiment. I mean, Kimbo, he's not playing by the book. Again, I think he's just thrown it out the window at this point. Jove's reinforcing. We'll have to see what he goes for next still. And a really forward mechanized regiment headquarters. I have absolutely no idea what sort of logic compels Kimbo to do that, except Kimbo logic, which I don't get. Anyway, snipers on the way there for Jove. We got a bit of skirmish here. Snipers being pursued by the Fultz Grenadiers. Section holding up here. Sniper halfway done. Sturm Pioneers routed. Point there secured as well. Vic is sitting out there for Jove. Sniper almost done. And the looks on the way there for Kimbo. That's going to be a bit tricky there for Jove since he has no anti-tank weapons. He has no AAC. I mean, he's going to be quite vulnerable, and his sniper could very quickly go down to the looks. So it's an interesting move there by Jove. I mean, the question is he actually anticipating it over there? You go, machine in this case covering the point. Nice predictable area. So I mean, in this case, no real surprises there for the Vickers machine gun. Again, had there been some sort of surprise, it would have immediately been, forced to retreat. Up north here, we got the Fultz with the section here. We got Kedna following up there for Kimbo. He's obviously anticipating the AC Mark III from Jove, though Jove has yet to even prepare that one. But there you go. Joe going for the 6-pounder gun. He's obviously anticipating something. Would be sensible too, and very insensible if he did. Sniper moving westwards here. Germany for the need to retreat soon, going for the carve point. Aggressive harassment play there from both sides. They're looking to outplay the other one. Fultz go for the sappers here. And there you go. It looks like half Klingspans on the way there for Kimbo. 6-pounder gun almost down there for Jove. Lots of back and forth here between these two experienced players. And there you go, 6-pounder gun up. We got flamethrowers up here for Jove sappers as well. Fultz there versus them. Vickers machine gun being hauled forward here to the church. And there you go, section caught, but looks Vickers will also have to retreat here. Push for the centre as well there. Vickers in a really bad spot. I mean, he could try and set it up, but there's a very likely he just gets rushed down and, gets it murdered. Fultz there retreating with just one man left. Vickers though is going to, I think, try and make a run for the house. He's sniper setting up here. He's going to get the first kill. Section is not paying attention. Gets a kill there. And there you go, full retreat here. Section though, likely to go down here from the looks. And the Sturm Pioneer section side of the church here. Could very well be another casualty here for Jove if he's not careful. There you go. Section wipe here. Big win there for Kimbo in the early game. 6-pounder gun ineffective firing at the Fultz gunners. There you go, another section routed. Tiny chance of getting a wipe here. Not impossible, but not super likely either. There you go. Almost. Oh! So close. They almost got it, actually. He almost got it. He could still try and pursue into the base and finish him off. And I think that's exactly what Kimbo's going to do. That would be double section wipe on Jove in the first 10 minutes. That's going to be absolutely devastating. And he gets it. That is huge. Jove is in dire straits. He just lost most of infantry there to that looks. That is massive. And that's going to make it much more difficult for Jove to actually control the map here versus Kimbo, who's got a lot of infantry. He's got the looks. He's got Sturm Pioneers. I mean, this is not an encouraging moment there. We got commandos in here for Jove, sending some heavier assault infantry, should slightly help deal with that. We got the MG34 on the way there for Kimbo. Troops setting out. Looks like they need some heavy repairs. No repair pioneers up there. He might in fact just be trying to take a hit fast there for the Schwer punted quarters, or his special operations. So Battlefield headquarters stalled for the Command Panther. We'll see what it ends up with there with Kimbo and Jove snipering up here in the Fultz in the east. Almost got a wipe there. Can he get it? Can he slightly equalise the situation between the two players? No. The shot fails to make an impact. Vickers remaining here, again defensively. Well, as a defensive, it can be in sort of areas where there's less room for the opponent to maneuver up on it. And again, any sort of more fluid situation, any sort of big area, it's quickly sort of falls down. There he gets the looks with an anti-tank and sniper shot combo. That's going to be a huge help there for Jove. It's going to be very big. Certainly that means there's less threats for Jove's infantry. We got another MD-34 on the way for Jove. Well, not for Jove, for Kimbo. Again, in more offensive factions, MD-34s can make a lot of sense. Again, they can easily support and attack by keeping the defenders suppressed and whatnot. So in that regard, they kind of make more sense there. Which is also why you usually see much more commonly Oberkommers going for more than one MD-34, despite in some ways, statistically, or in terms of stats, it's actually kind of worse than the MD-42. But again, it makes more sense as it obviously becomes a much easier fit. Folks, they're wiped though. Jove is striking back hard here at Kimbo, getting some huge kills here in their Sturm Pioneers. Volkskammer is down. Almost got the Sappers here though. Could he get a wipe? Oh, he used the sandbag ghost trick there, trying to get a wipe there, but doesn't quite pay off. Light Gambam off there as well. Could get a wipe here on the Volkskammer. And you've had filming for the eastern point instead. Back here, troops healing, reinforcing soon. No healing there, obviously, for Kimbo. But certainly some harsh losses here inflicted upon him by Jove. Really nice work there. Another section away there for Jove to replace the casualties suffered. We got bolted sections up. That's going to be helpful as well. And there you go. MD-34 on the front from the Vickers. Commanders flanking in here. Sniper kill there, and the MD-34 is going to force retreat. And we got another looks though for Kimbo. Certainly, I think indicates he's going to try and stall it for the Command Panthers. I mean, second looks at this stage is quite a big investment, and could risk getting punished by an AEC at this stage though. Fortunately for him, Jove is yet to go there. Mechanized Regiment of 5 from the 6-pounder gun will try and take it out here, certainly punishing Kimbo is such an absolutely brazen positioning. I would say straight up taunting, in fact, daring Jove to try and destroy it. And certainly highlights, I'd say, Kimbo's brand of psychological warfare against his opponents. So it's been forcing here. And you've had forward catching the sniper in the centre. Looks almost done there for Kimbo and the 12th SS. Nothing further happening here for Jove. No tech up, no ACs, nothing. 417 versus 380. Mechanized regular fire here from Jove's troops. Got the 6-pounder gun running up here. To further apply pressure to it. Troops reinforcing. Over here, troops moving eastwards. Going to probably go for the fuel point there, trying to deny Jove more fuel, which tries it up, of course, for a bigger fuel advantage against the British. There you go. Looks bringing engaging the Sappers here. Auto cannon tearing into them, but he still needs to get up the 6-pounder gun as well. In the east, almost got the fuel point there. Still the commanders on the flank, which you have to be very careful about. Mechanized regiment almost down. MD-42 hanging back here. 6-pounder gun hanging nice on looks good. Partly the use of the house there, by the way, it also means up one of the flanks is covered up, meaning it's much easier for Joe to set up the anti-tank that he's trying to predict where the looks is, and that way you can deal with it. Or in this case, it ends up not quite working out as well as you might have hoped. Still hitting the cuff point here, big flank there from Kimbo, very nice. Though of course, big flank exposure there. Oh dear, huge flank there, takes out the sniper. Plus, he got the 6-pounder gun with the looks in the end. Really bad development there for Jove as Kimbo just strikes hard, really just utilising the flexible aggressiveness of the Oberkommers, completely just bypass most of Jove's defences. Getting several crucial kills there on him. Oh, grenade assault here in the Vickers. Rightly sets up, ended a big mistake there by Jove, and another wipe. Jove is in a very dark spot now here against Kimbo. I mean, he's just lost machine guns, snipers. He's about to lose sappers. Oh, goodness. He's tagged up, though. He's pushing for armor. That's probably his best chance now getting back into the game because he's just been murdered here by Kimbo. I mean, this is just a few nails short of a crucifixion. And it looks like Kimbo's not done yet. Salvaging the anti-tank as well there. He's not worried about enemy armor for sure. Which could very well be the exact opening Jove needs here versus Kimbo, because right now Kimbo is just absolutely ironclad. The mad lad. Folks, they're falling back. Jove's forces have been brutally shattered.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Like Vera's legions in the Teutoburg forest.
A capture point is being overrun.
Sturm pioneers are waiting for Kimbo to help repair his looks, which has certainly been dinged up quite badly. Commandos thinking about that. Their sentinels, I think, going to be quite crucial here as long as they can avoid the looks. And there you go. Cromwell away there for Jove, his big hope. The great redeemer. And there you go. Spotted by the looks as they're trying to sneak about. He could try and light gun bomb it, but that'd be pretty ambitious versus Kimbo. And he just hits retreat, praying that they don't get wiped out as well, because that'd be still not good for Jove. I mean, obviously the situation overall here pretty bad for Jove, but it just make it a bit worse, which is already kind of difficult, but it is possible. It is possible. Cromwell almost done. Sabbath's almost done here. Certainly crucial that Sabbath to fix up this Cromwell at any time. And there you go. Another grenade assault. He needs to quickly dodge that one. And there you go. Gets out right in front of this. Folks going to do pops back in as well. A swift, decisive movement there for Joe. And the folks going to do these Alpha ones routed, dispatched like the ruffians they are. There you go. Cromwell out here for Joe. Troops reinforcing. Luke's moving westward. It's going to go here for the section. He's still not tried fixing it. And this could be the sort of stuff here that Jove needs. Cromwell here going for this Ketten effort. Threatening to remove Kimber's only anti-tank weapon. He's not retreating yet. I don't think he's quite realised, there you go, how dire the situation actually is, because if he's like a Ketten effort for Jove, A, that means he's likely going to have an anti-tank weapon. But of course also means he's going to have no real serious counter to the Cromwell. There you go, gets away with it, folks coming up, they're threatening Cromwell with the loads of Panzerfausts. Got the cuff point back here. Resource-wise, it's slightly there for Joe Kimbo. Trying to finish off that mechanized regiment. And I imagine here that Kimbo is stalling for the command panther. Folks are coming up, he's going to flush out that section, mechanized regiment down. Grenade here getting pelted with an infinite number of grenades, or 9. It almost takes out the section that gets out of the church. Damn close, he's going to need a light gun bomb there to flash out the Jerrys, and there you go. Oh, quickly pops up on the other side here. Still suffering heavy catch of the Commandos and the Cromwell. Sapper's trying to win, getting caught here by the MD-34. Pursuing the folks with heavy armor, another section on the way there for Jove. Luke's being fixed up, the Kedneff moving up as well. Oh dear, Stone Pioneers. No, the Cromwell misses. He could end up losing the Cromwell here. Oh, snot biscuits. Joe might just puts a luck too far here versus Kimbo, but no, he gets away with the Cromwell. Though he does get a Kedneff as well, which he could steal here against. Oh, no, he can't. Well, he could have popped the smoke grenade, maybe tried to make a run for it, but admittedly that might have been a bit chopped and missing. They could have just resulted in losing an entire commander squad, and without getting a Kedneff, at which point he just wasted a lot of manpower. Second move against them for the fortress, defending the fuel point there. Nice work there by Kimbo. Again, aggressive machine gun play there. Aggressive. Joe that is slowly stabilizing against his opponent, but Kimbo is still, of course, a formidable opponent. As devious and cunning as he is skilled. Fixing up the Cromwell there. Looks moving about here, eventually too, and we got flares off. He's trying to figure out what Joe is up to. As always, knowing is half the battle, and knowing where your opponent is and what he's doing is certainly very good to know. And there you go, Looks engages. 11 kills, eventually 2 here. The 12th SS is continuing to just maul away here at the 1st Canadian Division. Section moving eastwards there. Folks moving forwards there with heavy assault rifle equipment there in hand. Sneak out into the base. He's trying to disrupt the repairs here, I think, of the Cromwell. Kimbo's always tricky and he's sneaky. I'll try and say tricky and sneaky at the same time, but one got tricky, but no, tricky and sneaky. Basically looking, I think, he's constantly disrupt Joe to make it difficult for Joe to summon for the next attack. Done correctly can be very effective. Of course, incorrectly just end up throwing away a lot of your own stuff. But again, done correctly, it can throw off an opponent, particularly a less experienced players could be able to crack under this sort of style of play. And there you go, totally called in to further just try and disrupt Kimbo here to just try and buy Joe more time. As I imagine, he might try and set up for more tanks here versus Kimbo, who is not far off now from a command panther, and Joe's going to struggle with it with just one Cromwell. There we go. Going for the looks. Kednev 5, Panther fires like thing. Got Saps moving up. He needs commander support as well. He needs to take out like Kednev and he needs to steal it. He got the Cromwell, or the Lukes though. That's going to help Joe a bit versus Kimbo. But the command panther's about to hit the main gun. Is out. Let cannon bomb away here. He's trying to keep moving behind like Kednev. So like Kednev can't easily turn on it and destroy it. Commander's moving up. Hitting advantage of the forces trying to maybe set up for Panther fast. There you go. From this game, there you go. Trying to set up him now. We got commanders engaging as well. We got a clearing effort by the church entrance. Command Panther arrives here for Kimbo, though. Cromwell may not be able to make it. He's got no anti-tank weapons. He's got nothing else to support. And his sap is also heavily damaged. They can't just swiftly repair it. Got the fuel pawn now. And there you go. Kimbo's Command Panther rolling forwards. Cromwell looks like he might make it into the base. The magical question, of course, being, will Kimbo then pursue Jove into his base to take care of the Cromwell, or will he just decide, far enough is far enough? Oh, Commander's minutes. I think Manchester made some opportunity to maybe, do some damage to the jump on. So there you go. He's going to go for it. He's going to go straight into the base here. He's trying to get behind the base entrance there to avoid such a fate. We've got Brengans up there as well on these sections. Very good. Command Panther drawing route. He's definitely looking to take it out. He's trying to hide behind the base, so he's making it harder here for Kimbo to close in. The Cromwell taken out. Sab's going to try and get within range here to pop an anti-tank grenade. And there we go. Of course, without any damage to the Panther's not going to match. And there you go. Cromwell down. Really close there. Well, not really, I guess, for Jove. 6-man gun rally. Now he's just running around the Panther inside Jove's base, crushing his infantry, showing no mercy, showing no humanity. 6-man gun setting up, then he just keeps trying to crush the infantry. He just keeps trying to crush Jove's spirit. Getting some hits in there with the 6-man gun, but in the end Kimbo safely escapes with his Panther from Jove's base after an absolutely brutal and vicious raid. Commanders moving for the western victory point. Back here, troops still reinforcing. Panther versus the section. We got 6 kills there. Machine gun holding out there. And back here, reinforcement as well there for Kimbo. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Battle group headquarters, Schwab headquarters. What is Kimbo's plan? Who knows but Kimbo? And perhaps he doesn't even know. Job here going for another machine gun to help deal with all of Kimbo's infantry. So not a bad idea.
A capture point is being overrun.
Machine gun there getting flanked by Bren gun wielding sections. Attacking from solid sides. They're pushing back the MD-34 crew. Up north we've got the Panther pursuing the commandos. Pushing away with machine gun fire, and of course the sheer threat. Oh, grenade assault! He's trying to catch them on a huge carpet of grenades, and it almost works out actually. It's quite impressive. That was a lot of infiltration grenade assaults there, and he almost got the commandos with it just alone, but he actually wiped the commandos thanks to it, and he has just been branded and scorched black from all the grenades. Those are definitely some advanced Kimbo tactics there. Sappers trying to do with the cannon against Jove. Another Cromwell soon available. There you go. Grenade off to try and flash out the Sappers. Machine gun opening up. They hoarded up Fultz grenadiers. Big 2 punch wise at 315 versus 302. We got Sappers there as the Fultz section moving up. And there you go. Fultz and routed here in the face of Jove's hardening resistance. He's got all 3 victory points and could bleed out Kimbo here. Kimbo's not careful. 6-man landing ahead. Could he get off an anti-tank grenade? No, he doesn't. We got more Fultz there for Kimbo. We'll have to see what. I mean, he could also like to go for Farfair as the command panther, but there you go. We got the second 6-man gun on the way there. Not bad. Even 6 moving up. There's Streampans catching them as well. Vickers is moving up here to at least get some of the more crucial areas. Damaging in the command panther, but the Sappers are routed. Streampans put back as well here by the Bren gun wielding section. 279 versus 302. Oh, he moves away from the victory point there, allowing Joe just a few more seconds of high bleed here on Kimbo and the 12th SS.
Anti-tank gun ready to do some damage.
Directed by the 6-man gun on Kimbo's command panther. Fultz moving up here, taking air fire from the Bren guns. Gutting the poor German infantry. There you go. Grenade here in the house, trying to flash out the Tommies, the Inslaffen. Fortunately, they almost wiped out. I was putting up against the section. There you go. Could see a wipe here. Looks like Kimbo's not paying attention. And there you go. Grenade assault. Gets a wipe on another of Joe's sections. The casualties are piling up. And a Bren gun got dropped too. And he gets a wipe on Kimbo and the German army. We are 241 versus 302. Back here, reinforcing for Jove. Grabbing the eastern point with the machine gun, moving towards the eastern victory point. Grabbing the centre one back here with Jove and the 1st Canadian Armoured Division. Back here, Cromwell on the way there, or up in Jove's base, Cromwell on the way there, so no Fireflies. He's going to stick to double anti-tank guns. And the Cromwell. As for Kimbo, no son of what he's planning next. He is short on fuel though, which is only to the benefit here of Jove and the Commonwealth.
Enemy causing trouble.
Fun fact, the Canadians actually tried to make their own medium tank that was supposed to be known as the Ram tank, but by the point they're sort of roughly ready, they sort of just got a lot of Shermans from the Americans, got the ability to produce something licensed, so they just, you know, scrapped the Ram more or less. Fun fact. 6 guns hanging back, trot on the way there for Kimbo, so that's going to be something there soon enough. Could be Battle of Headquarters, could be Scrap Hunter Quarters. In theory, could even be another mechanized regiment. It's a bit hard to say with Kimbo, since Kimbo is, you know, to a degree, very unpredictable. Which, of course, can make him a very formidable opponent, as he's, lastly, not easily sort of just shot down. There you go, Trug out, and it's going to be the Battle of Headquarters there for healing for his troops. Maybe some light infantry guns. A bit of artillery versus Joe could be helpful. Joe, though, is already firing off the artillery here with the 25-pounder guns. Big flank here, getting behind the machine and immediately forcing a rout easily. Once I showed it. Down south is where the artillery's going off. You got 193 with 297. There you go. Panther shoot. Cromwell taking a hit there from the Command Panther. Kimbo calls off the assault there on Joe's base for now. There's another grenade assault here, and almost gets another wipe there with it. Jesus. He's clearly trained on that. He's, I think, really just trained on trying to get wipes and retreating set units with grenade assaults. That's actually counter impressive. It's not really something you see anyone try and actually do much, you know, just time here and there. But Kimbo is actually doing it, and again, I would wager he's been actually training to do it. So, I mean, I guess thumbs up there, though obviously I imagine Jove may not be so appreciative of Kimbo's training. I doubt anyone would be in that situation. Hey, nice throwing of grenades, murdering my units on retreat there, Kimbo. I'm really impressed. Yeah, that's likely not the sort of sentence that's going to come out of anyone's mouth or fingers, of course, as they type it across the keyboard in that particular moment.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
The Kedmover's creeping up there. Goes in a particular tricky situation. He's heading up for a big push here. We got Sexton on the west side. Catching the Sturmpanzers with a Bren gun directly on the Cromwell from the Panther. Stops on like Kedmover. Oh, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. That did not go well there for Joe. And a complete loss there for Joe without really doing much with it. Drake hit the Panther from the anti-tank guns. The Kedmover's routed. We got 193 versus 124. Joe's making the big push here, though. Out from his base, the eastern entrance here, trying to reconnect his eastern fuel section. Need to retreat before the Command Panther either crashes them or just shoots them to bits. 13 kills to veterans who won. Anti-tank opening up, and there's hit there on the Command Panther. Sabs rushing up, they mark trying to pop an anti-tank grenade. Got mines nearby, and they're going to hit it, I think. It also doesn't have the munitions for the anti-tank grenade, so Joe's plan there is rather halted due to lack of very essential elements. 200 points left there for Joe. And more commandos out, though they need reinforcement first. Command Panther trying out, got another try away there for Joe, plus more full Grenadiers. Machine gun opening up here from the church. Sappers routed, commanders running up, 6 pounding gun, machine guns running up here. Giants hanging about here from Kimbo. Good work mining, by the way. Again, very aggressive, and that's overall Kimbo's playstyle. Very aggressive. Machine flying with the Incendium up here. We're going to try and flush out the Vickers. Not bad. Jove needs to come up with something, I think, to break the vice-like grip here of Kimbo. He wants a chance of winning this. Truck number 2 around there for Kimbo. Section flying up. He might try and hit the machine gun down the side. Oh, he gets caught there, possibly caught their ground point. There you go. As soon as Kimbo sees that, begins to reposition the machine gun. Good work there. Good response. Firing up with the Bren guns. Getting a kill there. Can he kill the gunner before they get suppressed? And no, it didn't happen. Grab the center victory point here with the section. We got 193 versus 143. What will Jove do now here? Kimbo's overall looking very strong there. Another machine gun away there for Kimbo. Nope, cancels it. I'm guessing a Shroud punted quarters to defend the fuel and the car on here from any harassment there from Jove. That would certainly make a lot of sense here. So, yeah, he's going to go for it. I was about to say, but you know, this is Kimbo, so he's just decided to go for the mechanized regiment again. But thankfully, we're not quite that far out yet. And a rare move here from Jove. We actually see a second Vickers. Not that this might go bad for another machine, but rather it's the British. It's very rare to them go for more than one machine gun. Hell, again, even going for one is kind of rare for a British player. But Jove is connected to hopefully roll the German infantry. A sign, I think, of how desperate Jove actually is. The act is willing to commit to double British Vickers.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders.
Shroud punted all almost done, setting up for a big assault here, attacking from numerous flanks, and they go in fact flanking the machine gun very nicely. Oh, caught here by the arc of fire, not good, but still does cause Kimbo there to reconsider his machine gun position. There's good try something now. That's it up for the sappers to flank. Otherwise, nice flank there by Jove, just got slightly caught there by Kimbo's machine gun. Which of course is unfortunate, still opens up the eastern victory point here. 116 was 193. Grabbing the car point here with the commando. Sneaky play there. Using some of the craters there created by Kimbo's grenade assaults. To creep up. Sneaky play there by Jove. Showing that Jove too can do it. And not just Kimbo. Entertain trying to take out the Shroud punted Cordies using the commandos as spotters. Nice play there by Jove. Grenades here against the Vickers machine, forcing that pretty rapidly. Sappers backed up with the section, putting their way against Kimbo's force gunners in the east. In the centre, they're flanking the machine gun position, or the anti-tank gun position. They try to take out the Shroud punch balls, almost got it. Grenade assault in the anti-tank guns. I don't think Joe's going to be particularly caring as he wants that Shroud punch called his kaput. And there you go. Pop goes the Weasel as the command panther flank to try and take it out. Folks are taking heavy losses in the southeast, though. Folks are dying out here in the face of Jove's British defence. There you go. Folks squad annihilated. Kimbo's, I think, trying to do too much here. Jove seems to sort of caught onto something and is brutalising, beating Kimbo silly. And there you go. He's going to assault like Kednev as early. Spot them and then assault them. And there you go. Light gun bomb off. We could see one wipe. Yes. Down. One entertaining their escape, pulling back here, command panther back spot. He grabs the Kednev with the commandos. Nice work there. Kimbo is actually now the one seemingly slowly getting on the back foot as Jove just completely caught him off guard there with the double anti-tank guns on the Shroud punted quarters. And of course, yes, the other pushes. Very nice play there by Jove. Now it's Kimbo's time to try and figure out some new tactics to try and break Jove before Jove maybe just bleeds some out victory points. There's one victory point left to go there. Again, when we up pursuing here, the Panther needs some support from the other anti-tank guns, I think. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit tricky here for Jove to get hit off. There you go. By Kednev shoots. I think he gets penetrating hit here. But he's going to have to retreat in the end since it's just down to 3. Push up here, section of the house, but there's an awful lot of angry Germans, so we got the heavy machine gun opening up, joining in the fun. Folks letting suppressed by the heavy machine gun. Entertainment cleared out here by the command panther, which is about to strong like Kednev. The section right out in the house here. No grenades for Jove. Going to try and clear out the vacancy with a nice set of grenades. In this case, the Brandhand Granate. Flashing out Jove's eastern machine gun. Other one remaining here in the house. Back here, troops healing and reinforcing for Jove.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Back here, troops reinforcing. Command Panther need repairs. We got 112 versus 163. Joe's setting up for something, but what is he setting up for? Hammer tactics. Oh wow, we're going to see a comment here. We're going to see a comment. Jove's comment.
Capture point is being overrun. Our 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 capture point is being
about as rare as Halley's Comet. Section loaded up inside the church. Troops enemy enforcing. He needs to launch a counterattack fast because he is short on victory points compared with Kimbo. As for Kimbo, of course, he needs to gain control of the victory points fast. He needs to break Jove. Finally, he needs to just break his back.
The enemy is in trouble. Our hammer tactics are ready.
There you go, hammer tactics. We're not far off from a comet here for Jove. This has certainly been a match full of surprises. Also, big thanks to Setchammer, remember, for donating and support the Propagandacast. You're truly part of my company here, is there, Setchammer. So, anyways, back to the fighting here. Still on parties with the machine gun supporting the commandos. Quickly falls on the way. In the west, troops moving up there, moving into the centre as well. And we got the comet on the way there for Jove. And the 1st Canadian Armoured Division. Troops setting about there. Infantry forwards there. Commanders routed. No, I don't believe the Canadians got any comets during the war. Little quick note there, but you know, they probably let borrow them from the British. In exchange for a lot of junior officers, since the British actually by Normandy had a big issue with junior officers, and so the Canadians offered them a bunch of new lieutenants and whatnot, you know, make up for the slack there. Artillery firing here from Jove. The 93 was on the 57. Comet almost done. Artillery raining down here. And we got Gamble off against the false conditions. Kimbo paying attention. He's not paying attention! And a full white there. Jove, you sneaky bastard. Showing you can do it too. Command Panther in a bad spot. Comet's about to hit. Machine gun being flashed up, but the sappers that go up with the flamethrowers. Oh, he's forced it to fire forwards there, meaning it's not prepared here for the sappers on the flank. And there we go. Almost gets the machine gun, but he does get out in the nick of time here against Jove. Cover point secured. Got the northern victory point. We're down in 93, was on in 55. Moving eastwards here with the section. Machine gun setting up the victory fuel point there. Comet rolling out for Jove.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
152 versus 93. Kimbo is finally repairing his Panther. Now the truck out, not entirely sure what Kimbo's going to do with that one. Grenade assault against the section, almost got it.
A capture point is being overrun.
Comet rolling ahead here, crashing through the walls. 145 versus 93. Raketten opened up here. We got the Saps that flanking the Raketten. We got the Command Panther going for the Comet here. Sensing prey, Kimbo goes for it. Nice hits them both. Roughly both at half health. 6-pounder setting up here, but he's going to go for it still. Nice hit here from the 6-pounder on the Command Panther, pushing it down to less than half health here. Could take it out, could take it out. Oh! He's going to risk losing it. Cut Jove's going for the jugular here. Almost got it. One more hit, one more hit. Kimbo's trying to get away here. Can't blitz. And there we go. The Comet lights the Command Panther on fire. And with this, Jove has actually won. Kimbo lies beaten. An absolutely brutal fight here that saw Jove on the back foot several times. In one case, at the very precipice of the abyss. But he pulled his way back. They're punishing Kimbo for their mistakes he saw, and slowly but surely building an advantage and winning the game. Absolutely impressive play there by Jove. Nice aggressive play there by Kimbo, and some nice grenades here. But in the end, some rather reckless plays as well. And then costing him the game. So there you go. Absolutely spectacular 1 versus 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial 19. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.